You ever drink so much coffee you think your heart's gonna explode? I do. Last week I had so much coffee, I had heart palpitations for an entire evening, and I was jittering like a squirrel. In that moment, I realized I cannot keep doing this, so I decided to do something I haven't done in like 15 years. I'm gonna stay off caffeine for an entire week.
Oh my God!
A typical coffee day for me is usually one big cup right when I wake up, another cup of coffee or an energy drink before lunch, one coffee right after lunch, another cup around like 2, 3, final one around 5 in the afternoon. What I realized was that this wasn't really because I wanted the cognitive benefits from coffee. It had become just a habit. Like when I'm sitting at work and I have 30 minutes between clients and I have some admin work to do, or I just want to chill out. First thought I have is, oh, let's have a coffee. Not because I need the energy or I need to get focused, but just because it has become a habit at this point. I like the taste, but I don't use it for what it's actually supposed to be used for. My week without caffeine did not start out very well.
It's the first day I haven't had any caffeine since yesterday. I'm very tired and I have a headache, and I'm pretty sure that's because I haven't had my coffee. Usually at this time, 2:30 right now, I would have had like 2-3 cups of coffee and a Monster. So
the following days I didn't have any headache, but I was really longing for a cup of coffee, especially in the morning. Like having a tall glass of water and some electrolytes while my coffee was brewing, and then taking my coffee, sitting down in front of my computer and starting working, that had become a ritual. And when I didn't have coffee, it wasn't as pleasant. It was just a lot more dull. The rest of the week transpired without anything extraordinary happening. 1 week off. Today is Tuesday. I haven't had a single drop of caffeine. Last Monday was horrible. Tuesday was a lot of headache. Wednesday as well. I felt pretty good in the last few days. It's gonna taste so good. I just know it. This is liquid gold. Looking back at this week, I realized that I had been using caffeine as a habit and a ritual a lot more than actually get anything out of drinking it. What had happened was that my baseline, my base level of energy was dependent on caffeine. So I was drinking coffee just to reach my normal baseline level of like energy and focus. So I had become completely dependent on the caffeine to actually just function as a human being. And I really realized this when I was working, because I work as a personal trainer. And when I do my work, I really need to be focused with my clients. I can't, let my mind wander and drift away, because I need to focus on them. And when I didn't have coffee, it was like a veil was in front of my eyes. I couldn't really focus that well. It was much harder to connect to the thing that I was actually doing. My work suffered on the gym floor when I was sitting at home and I was working from my computer trying to write. I got so much more easily distracted because I didn't have the focus that caffeine used to give me. Another thing this past week is that I've been sleeping like a goddamn teenager again. I've been sleeping so good, being super tired when I get home from work at around 7, 8. Just eating dinner, crashing out in the couch at like 8:30, just like sleeping until 7 a.m. in the morning without waking up at all. Super deep, super heavy sleep. So that was great, and that's really something that I want to try to maintain. So moving forward, I'm only gonna allow myself to have 2 cups per day. One in the morning when I do my work, and then one no later than lunchtime. So I don't have anything affecting my sleep if I have it too late, because I really want the cognitive benefit. Like I really want the focus that I get from caffeine, but I don't want it to affect my sleep, and I don't want the heart palpitations that I have had multiple times when I've been drinking too much. And I also don't want to be as jittery. Like I realized when I've been drinking too much coffee, I get like shaky and jittery. So some final thoughts. I only did this for a week. I don't know what would have happened if I'd done it any longer, but 1 week was enough for me to notice the cognitive benefits that caffeine had been giving me pretty much every single day since I was like 16 years old. And I realized, like, on a societal level, caffeine is something that we use just to be more productive. And we become more productive, we are more focused, more able to engage in the things we're doing. We're more efficient. So obviously that's something that society wants as well from us, to produce more with our time. And I mean, that's why we have the coffee break.
Coffee break actually has a history. It was a necktie manufacturer in Denver called Wigwam Weavers. And Wigwam Weavers made these very intricate silk neckties. And during World War II, they lost all their best loom operators to the war effort. They hired these old guys to do it, who weren't getting drafted, and they couldn't do it very well. Then they hired these women to do it, and they could do it beautifully. The women could do it really well, but only for about 4 or 5 hours. So they called a meeting, and the owners said to the workers, what could we do? We have to improve your efficiency, and we need more output. And the women said, well, give us a coffee break. Give us some time at like 10 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon, and give us some coffee and tea. So we started doing it, and overnight, like, their productivity and efficiency goes up.
I mean, the whole society is set up for us to use caffeine to be more productive, but really using it consciously, not having it too late in the afternoon and not having too much of it, I think are the most important things, at least that I noticed for myself. So with that said, I want to know, how do you use caffeine in your lives? Do you drink it? Do you do it consciously, or is it just a habit for you? And especially if you have been drinking caffeine before, but you've stopped, why did you do that? And what's the biggest difference that you've noticed? Or know that you don't drink it anymore?